Hello and welcome back to the cocktail vlog. I'm Steve the bartender and today I'm going to make 10 easy cocktails. 9 out of 10 of these drinks are only 3 ingredient cocktails, so incredibly easy to recreate at home. And I'm going to start with a margarita. It's probably one of, if not the most popular cocktail in the world. And it originally started as a 3 ingredient cocktail of blanco, tequila, triple sec and lime juice. Today I'm going to add a 4th ingredient. I'm going to add a little bit of agave syrup because that's the way I like it. 2 ounces 60 ml of blanco tequila, 1/3 of an ounce 10 ml of a triple sec, which is an orange liqueur, 3/4 an ounce 22.5 ml of fresh lime juice, and lastly 1/3 of an ounce 10 ml of agave syrup. Now the original recipe did call for just 3 ingredients because you've got enough sweetness in the triple sec. Most people will be very familiar with Cointreau, which is a premium style of triple sec. Now this version I've dropped the orange liqueur just a touch and then added the agave syrup to really amplify the sweet agave notes. Shake for 10 to 12 seconds. And strain it into a salt-rimmed glass. There you have a delicious, balanced, agave-forward margarita. Now this next cocktail is the vanilla brandy flip. And I've said it many times on the channel, flips are very underrated. A lot of people are going to cringe at this because it's got a whole egg in it, but don't knock it until you try it. I'm going to start with 2 ounces 60 ml of brandy. I'm using St. Agnes brandy, which is a South Australian distillery actually, which is where I'm from. And then a whole egg. If you want to, crack the egg first so you don't get any shell in it. And then I'm using a vanilla syrup. This one's by Liber & Co. It's actually one of the latest additions to their syrup lineup. So we're going to use 2/3 of an ounce 20 ml of syrup. This is like a rich syrup, so 2 parts sugar to 1 part water. Otherwise you can use a whole ounce 30 ml if you're using a simple syrup. So their vanilla syrup, nice creamy, textural, subtle spice to it, a lot of floral notes. One of the latest additions, as I said, to their lineup, and they've also got a new yuzu syrup. Check out the links in the description if you want to grab a bottle. Want to make sure you give it a good solid shake with this one to mix up the egg with the sugar and the brandy. And you want to finish this off with grated nutmeg over the top of the drink to add some nice warming spice and aromatics on the nose. A vanilla brandy flip, possibly one of the most underrated cocktails. Full stop. Cheers. So rich, creamy, plenty of brandy in there. So simple. Now if you do want any of these recipes, then make sure you head to the link in the description below and grab my cocktail app. The app is free, it has over 650 free recipes in there. There's expandable recipe packs in there too, but essentially you can use all the features. All of these cocktails are free to access. You can manage all your recipes, rate, save, add custom folders, do all kinds of stuff. It's very, very detailed. I've spent the last 5-6 months on it. Time to do a spirit forward cocktail, stir down, done a couple of shake and drinks so far. Now this one here, I'm using a local rye whiskey by Archie Rose. So 2 ounces, 60 ml of rye whiskey, 2 ingredient cocktail with a little bit of bitters. So rye whiskey, so 2 parts to 1 part of sweet vermouth. Coqui di Torino is the vermouth I'm using today. 1 ounce 30 ml of sweet vermouth. Now if you want to get a little bit more creative, then you can turn this into a black Manhattan by changing out the sweet vermouth and using Averna Amaro. Another good way to change things up is instead of using 2 dashes of Angostura bitters, you could use chocolate bitters and orange bitters, a combination of 2, a tobacco bitters. Vary it up to your liking, make it your own. At least enough ice to cover the level of the liquid and give it a stir. That was approximately a 20-second stir, and that is based on the speed of my stirring. Grab my julep strainer and strain into a little coupe glass. So there we have a classic sweet Manhattan. If it's a little bit sweet for your liking, then you can change it over to a dry Manhattan by substituting the sweet vermouth for a dry vermouth, or you can make a perfect Manhattan which meets in the middle and use half sweet vermouth and half dry vermouth. I like it sweeter. The spiciness of the rye is tamed down by the sweet vermouth, but then you get those aromatics from the bitters. Yep. Next easy recipe is a spritz. Now the most common way to make this is in a 3-to-1 ratio. So 3 parts prosecco, 2 parts aperol or an aperitivo, and 1 part soda water. Aperol seems to be the most common choice. Select Aperitivo is another aperitivo that I really like. Cynar, Campari, these are all great options, so you can make your own spritz and customize it to your liking. So in this case, I'm going to sub out the Aperol, so it's no longer an Aperol spritz, it's a Bizzarro spritz. This is a local aperitivo. So sticking to fairly similar ratios, I'm still doing 2 ounces, 60 mils of the aperitivo. Now in this case, it's actually a little bit higher ABV. Aperol is only 11%, so it's incredibly low. Plenty of ice, soda water, and prosecco. A very gentle stir, not to disturb the carbonation too much. And serve it with some citrus. You can use wheels or wedges. I like to use wedges because you can either eat the wedges or squeeze it into your drink later on. The spritz, aperitivo, soda, and prosecco. Cheers. Personally, I prefer something closer to equal parts of soda water and prosecco, and then it has less influence from the prosecco and more from the aperitivo. And yes, that's a shitload of ice. It's a big glass. Next, I'm keen to show you my personal favorite spec for a daiquiri. So I'm using Plantere 3-star. It's more about the specs itself. Yes, I really like using Plantere 3-star, but I could use Flor de Caña or another rum and still make an excellent daiquiri. So the ratio I like is 6:1. Now that translates to 2 ounces 60 ml of lightly aged rum, 2/3 of an ounce 20 ml of fresh lime juice, and 1/3 of an ounce 10 ml of a rich syrup. A rich syrup being 2 parts sugar to 1 part water. Now, if you change to a 1:1 syrup, then just increase your sugar ratios up to half an ounce, 15 ml. This rich syrup is classic gum syrup by Liber & Co, and it's got gum arabic in there as well. So a rich syrup is thick as it is because it doesn't have a lot of water content, and then you add gum arabic, which is a sap or an extract from a tree, and then it thickens it even more. So you add a lot of body into your daiquiri. Classic gum syrup. Now this recipe might be a little bit too tart for some people, but this is just my personal preference and how I think a daiquiri should be. Cheers. Not too tart. Perfect. Now it's time for everyone's favorite coffee cocktail, the espresso martini. The recipe I'm doing today is an equal part recipe. This is a recipe that I previously used back when I was doing events 10 plus years ago. Equal parts of vodka, Kahlua, and coffee. Now the coffee could have come in the form of espresso if I was making low volume, or cold drip coffee if I was doing high volume at events. Keep in mind this spec, the 1:1:1 equal part recipe, was created around Kahlua. Kahlua has a much higher sugar content to a lot of the coffee liqueurs out there today. So I think Tia Maria is something similar, 400 grams per litre. Mr. Black is about 250. Threefold Distilling's coffee liqueur is about 210. So this has half the amount of sugar compared to Kahlua. So therefore, I'm going to add a 4th ingredient and add a little bit of Demerara gum syrup to add that sweetness and that body into the drink. Freshly poured espresso, 1 shot, 1 ounce 30 ml, it's a little bit more, 1 ounce 30 ml of threefold vodka, 1 ounce 30 ml of threefold coffee liqueur, Liber & Co.'s Demerara gum syrup, 1/3 of an ounce, 10 ml. If you want to ensure you get a really good crema on your espresso martinis, use large ice, use lots of ice, and use good quality coffee. And of course, don't forget to give it a good shake. Now, instead of the old 3 coffee bean garnish, why don't you mix it up, use a little bit of grated dark chocolate or something like that. That dark chocolate will lean into those characters that come from the cold brew coffee used in modern coffee liqueurs such as Threefold, Mr. Black, and many others that have followed. Cheers. For me, that's a really good balance of coffee, bitterness, and sweetness. Yum. Yeah, ha ha hum. The next drink is the Negroni. Started off as a cafe drink, so I'm going to build it directly in the glass, over cubed ice, nothing fancy. Gin, Campari, sweet vermouth. Instead of the equal parts ratio, 1 1/4 ounce of gin. Unless, of course, using like a Navy strength gin, then I'd probably just stick to equal parts. 1 ounce 30 ml of Campari, and 1 ounce 30 ml of sweet vermouth. I quite like lemon oils expressed over the top of my Negronis. Completely optional. Stirred briefly in the glass, and garnish with an orange wedge. And that is how to make an excellent Negroni. Use the best gin you can get your hands on. Use a slightly higher ratio, unless of course using a Navy strength gin. Use a good quality vermouth, lemon oils expressed over the top, and a wedge of orange. Cheers. That's good. It's good. It's bitter. Now, yet another simple 3-ingredient gin-based cocktail is the Bee's Knees. It follows a classic sour format: 2 ounce of spirit, 3/4 ounce lemon juice or sour, and 3/4 ounce of sweetener. If you want to get all these recipes, then simply download my app. It's called Cocktails by Steve. You can find it on iOS, Android, and web. Links in the description. So we're going to start with dry gin, 3-fold dry gin, measuring out 2 ounces 60 ml. Freshly squeezed lemon juice, 3/4 ounce, 22.5 ml. And honey syrup, 3/4 ounce, 22.5 ml. I typically use a 3-to-1 ratio honey syrup, which means 3 parts honey to 1 part water by volume. The reason I use the higher ratio of honey to water is because A, it has a much better shelf life, and B, it has a stronger honey flavor, which I really like. If you don't want it as sweet and you're using a 3-to-1 honey syrup by volume, then lower this from 3/4 ounce, 22.5 ml, to 1/2 ounce, 15 ml. I want that one. No, I want that one. No, I want that one. Keeping the garnish simple, expressed lemon oils, and dropping that on top. Such a good gin drink. As I said, it leans a little bit on the sweeter side, but I don't think I'd recommend dropping it down to 1/2 ounce, 15 ml. It's got that nice, sweet, floral, honey kind of character that makes it okay to use it at a higher ratio. This just works really well for me. There are so many cocktail recipes that are literally 1 ingredient away from another cocktail, and this is one of those. So the Gold Rush is a Bee's Knees, but instead of gin, we have bourbon whiskey, and it's served over ice. Same specs. Two ounces 60 ml of bourbon whiskey, 3/4 ounce 22.5 ml of fresh lemon juice, and 3/4 ounce 22.5 ml of honey syrup. Again, I'm using a 3-to-1 syrup. And garnish with a lemon wheel. The Gold Rush. This would have to be my all-time favourite 3-ingredient cocktail. I can't think of much else that would outdo it for me. What's your favourite 3-ingredient cocktail? Let me know in the comments below. Now to the top dog of classic cocktails, the Old Fashioned. I've made this a ton of different ways. Like, you can vary it up. You can use raw sugar, granulated sugar, or syrup. I think the syrup incorporates into the drink and makes a more consistent drink. But for some people, they don't like that. They actually prefer the drink to evolve and get sweeter over time. It's completely up to you. But I'm going to do a bourbon whiskey. You can do bourbon or rye, or I often like to use a high rye bourbon. In this case, I'm using Maker's Mark, which is a wheated bourbon. a rich syrup, so a syrup with higher sugar content, so therefore it's got less water. Demerara, which is a less refined sugar, so it retains more of that molasses, caramel, toffee kind of note, which works really well with a bourbon or a rye. And then I'm going to split the bitters between Angostura and an orange bitters. I'm making this one in the glass because it's simple cocktails. That's what we're here to make. So 2 ounces 60 ml of whiskey. I'm using Maker's Mark bourbon. This is the cask strength, which sits at about 55%. 1/4 ounce, 7.5 ml of Liber & Co.'s Demerara gum syrup. Some people might like it a little bit less sweet and only go 5 ml, a teaspoon. 2 dashes of Angostura bitters and 1 dash of orange bitters. This here is Steve the Bartender's orange bitters. I make a small range of bitters at the moment. I've got chili, chocolate, coffee, and orange. I'm working on my aromatic bitters. It's getting very, very close. Follow the link in the description below if you're keen to grab a bottle of my bitters. I have a pallet that is literally 20 odd days away from landing in the US. And lastly, finish your old fashioned by expressing some orange oils over the top. And the old fashioned rounds out the 10 easy cocktails that you can make. If you're looking for more cocktail recipes that you can make based on the ingredients you have on hand, then head to the link in the description below and check out my app. It's available on iOS, Android, web. Add your bar ingredients, find out exactly what kind of cocktails you can make. There's 1,000+ recipes in there, so you will find something that you love. The old fashioned.